Hey, what's up everybody, this is Muth24, and I know it's been a little while since I've done a video, but I have today both a package delivery and a review in the same video, because there's only one thing in this package. So I'm going to go ahead and bust it open, and if Master Chief there is any indication, I think you can guess as to what it might be. There we go. Well, first off, you've got a bunch of bubble wrap, which is always fun. But, as much fun as that is, that's not the main item in question. That would have to be the Halo 2 Arbiter, which is part of the the Halo Anniversary collection of figures, which basically they're going back down the line of figures they've already made and re-releasing them. Some of them with new colors, such as this one, which is technically the Halo 3 Arbiter, just with the Halo 2 Arbiter colors, and I'll get to that more in a minute. They're re-releasing some of the ODST figures, and then doing some new stuff for Halo Anniversary, like the Halo 1/Halo Anniversary Master Chief. Looking at the box here, though, this Arbiter is the same mold as the Halo 3 Arbiter, which disappointed me a little bit that they weren't going to do a completely correct mold for the Halo 2 Arbiter, and if they end up doing that, I'll probably go ahead and get it, but for now I was pretty much satisfied to have the silver color. I wasn't real keen on the gold / copper look that he had in Halo 3. I was always more a fan of the silver, and just the way that he played out as a character in Halo 2 in general. But you can see that there is the beam sword there, or sorry, the energy sword, the Arbiter himself, and then this blade, which is part of the plaque for the Legendary Edition, if you collect all the figures from this first wave of Anniversary figures, which includes the Halo Anniversary Master Chief, Dutch from Halo 3 ODST, Cortana from Halo 3, and that one I'm pretty sure I'm going to get, Arbiter right here, and then this random black grunt from Halo 3 who has a giant fuel rod cannon. I'm not sure why that's the last one in the line. It doesn't really make any sense with the rest of them. I mean, even Dutch is a little bit of a stretch, but at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and pop this guy out of the box, and then we will get on to the review. Taking a look up close at the Arbiter, you can see that most of his armor is silver, and that's the color that kind of stands out most on him. It's pretty shiny. You can see a lot of the ridges and the details that run down, like the side of his arm there and all over his helmet. He does have this navy kind of purplish color for the straps on the back of his legs where the armor attaches. And then his skin is kind of this charcoal color all throughout. He does have this sort of peach color for his gums, and then white for his teeth. As for a size comparison, I have the Arbiter standing up about as tall as he can right now, and you can see he's just a little bit taller than Master Chief there. It's kind of a hard figure to get to stand very tall just because of the way that his joints are built onto the figure. And more often than not, when you see the Arbiter in the game, he's actually kind of hunched over a little bit more. So it kind of makes sense they do the same thing for the figure just to keep that consistent. In terms of the Arbiter's posability, it's overall quite good. You have a rotation here, back and forth, which gives him a little bit wider stance or a little bit more narrow stance, like when you want to have him standing up right like I showed at the beginning. You do have a hinge here. You can get a rotation here, right by the armor. His foot can go back and forth like that to give him better stability. There's also a rotation at that ankle there. The torso can go back and forth a fair amount to have him in more of an action pose or just kind of standing. As far as the neck is concerned, you've actually got two joints, one here where it attaches to the body, and then one at the head. And that one can rotate, move up and down a little bit. But because of that, you can kind of have him looking, one direction or the other, which is pretty cool. And then for the arms, you have a joint here, and then this joint rotates, and the armor here is kind of just a little loose flap, which that way it won't break or anything when you're moving it around. The arm can go up and down. There's a joint at the elbow. The hand can rotate. Now on the energy sword here, right at the handle, there is a little socket, which is normally where you would have this peg put into, and if you wanted to have it all attached, you could plug it into his armor there, even though it would look a little bit goofy with the blade activated. But for him to hold on to it, you just pull that peg out, and then this socket is going to attach to this little peg inside of his hand. And to get that in there, you're going to have to fiddle around with the fingers a little bit and fold those so that you can fit the blade in there nice and snug. Once you do get the energy sword into his hand, it looks really nice. I really like the way that the colors just kind of transition from the clear to the blue and back to the clear again as it goes towards the edges. I'm not real keen on these little rounded bits at the tips. I mean, I understand they put that there in case younger kids buy this and they don't poke themselves with that. But I may go ahead and take my X-Acto knife or something and just shave that down so it's more of a pointy tip. Overall, though, it doesn't really draw away from just the really cool effect that the blade gives. You do get a plasma grenade with the Arbiter. I'm a little bit disappointed they didn't paint this orange and green like it's supposed to be here at the top, but the detail is carved into it nicely. The only downside with that is that there's no place to put it on him. I think you can probably attach it to that socket in the hand, but that's about it. There's no pegs to stick it on him when he's not using it, so it's a little bit of a disappointment. You do have this blade, which is technically supposed to go to the plaque, but if you want to, you can attach it to this socket on his back. Even though he is a little oddly built, and that has to do with the fact that he is an elite and some of the joints are going to be a little bit different from the Spartans, I do have to say that the Arbiter is one of my favorite Halo figures I've gotten this far. I definitely like him a lot more than this Halo 2 Master Chief, which was probably the biggest disappointment out of all the Halo figures I've gotten so far. One thing I am considering getting at some point, and maybe if any of you guys have it and just want to give me your opinions on it, is the little Evolutions set that they have for Master Chief, where it comes with the anniversary version of him with the assault rifle, the Halo 3 version, which I think comes with like a battle rifle or sniper rifle, and then the Halo 2 version, which comes with the dual SMGs, which, if it's a different figure, would be a plus, and the fact that it comes with the SMG is a little bit more iconic from Halo 2 would be kind of cool. But yeah, if anyone has any familiarity with that, let me know in the comments section. Otherwise, that pretty much wraps up this review, and I will see you guys next time.